Welcome to East Lansing, where the Michigan State fans have already started the Spartan Walk on a perfect night for college football, and one they hope will finish with a Michigan State victory in its home opener. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team of the country, the Colorado Buffaloes. And the Buffaloes have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the veteran, a guy who has been around and is ready to finish his final season with a bang.
So nice to have guys like this that have been around the block, that know the offense inside and out. Guys I can trust. Leadership, play on the field, all the boxes are checked.
Yeah, because he's a leader, too, I think this is a guy the offense looks to make plays early. So if I'm the quarterback, I'm calling this guy's number a lot early in this game to go make plays.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. He's going to pass on second down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
So Colorado's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive, continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun. Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short-yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Bringing it out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he... this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Got his man quickly. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They've already converted a fourth down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. Quickly out to the tight end. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Looking to pass on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's caught. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the catch. It's Savage. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The aerial assault continues. Takes the easy completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be fourth down. The Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, is still short of the first down.
slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting a big tackle for a loss.
They'll try to run for it. The Buffaloes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
It wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mid on the football.
They'll line up for a second down play. Smith dropping to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
On third down, going up top. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Leaves it with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We've played one before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. With the catch, it's Memphis. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
And the Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on first and goal.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Memphis went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Tigers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guy, you start to really like the offense.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going up top on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes. Make sure you take away that quick stuff.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. He lets one fly deep. Brings it down on the right side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff cover. Stopped up to 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. The toss to the outside. He breaks the tackle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
He finds his man.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of it. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot. Maybe get matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. The give to the tailback. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
And I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. the defense, it's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's going to pass. He's got an open man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Unleashes one. Complete downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Go straight ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now?
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. This passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but it stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's going to throw deep right side. And his first pass is incomplete.
I know it was incomplete. Okay, but if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll immediately call timeout.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. This time he's got his man. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offensive line's got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Colorado!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll start the return inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Back to the ground game on the left. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. Right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field. So you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And the Buffaloes have a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the 1st.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bucks! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll leave it with him. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those because you got that a little bit of time.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got the quick pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The third down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another third down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were...
Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The run to the left. At the 40, there he goes. He now has 108 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? And that's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but his defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown.
Touchdown, Colorado! And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing... everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're facing a third down.
3:25.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard up.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
That quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
On the ready.
2nd and goal for this offense.
Get set.
Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad.
Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Smarty. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. Coaches are always looking. so we can do more of it in the future. Finding some things here late that they did well.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And his first throw here is incomplete.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the second half, he still doesn't have a catch.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Buffaloes will have it first and 10. Using his legs, it's Diggs. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Play number 9 on this drive. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw on second down. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Snagged in the middle. It's Brock. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Dances away. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. North Texas handled its business away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
42 spot.
Looking to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working that left side now. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. He makes the connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner. What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. A little release to the back.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go.
Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, looking to pass. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the play.